Hi, my name's Joe Collery. I was born in Manhattan, New York, and we moved out to Jersey when I was like 2, and I've been in the same house ever since. And when I was 22, I was in college, and there was really no jobs and everything. And I joined the Army National Guard, and it was a great experience. I did a lot of traveling, and everything. I went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and Fort Benning, Georgia, and everything. I was 11B, which is infantry, and stuff like that. And we trained like 1 weekend a month, and then 2 weeks in the summer. And then and there was a lot of hurricanes and everything that I worked to and stuff. But in '91 is when it started in Iraq and everything. And for the first time, they told our unit to get together and get your lives together, and get your wills made out. We're leaving in 2 weeks, and everything. And we all got nervous and scared, and everything. And the war was over in a couple of days, so we were safe then. But then it went on to like 2004. We got really attacked over there, and stuff. So they activated my unit and stuff, and we went to Iraq first. Enduring Freedom it was, and I was rear detachment. I went through all the training and everything. I could have went over, but they kept me behind in rear detachment. And what I did there was I ran the family support for the the women and husbands that stayed behind, and stuff, and they had to raise the kids and stuff and everything like that, and there was a lot of action going on, behind the lines, and everything. And I ran a food pantry for people that lived in Passaic and everything. Sometimes they didn't go shopping because they had their mind worried about their husbands or their wives over there, and stuff. So they came to the food pantry, and we had meetings and everything. I talked to them how they felt, about being alone and doing all this work themselves. Because a lot of ladies learned how to fix things themselves at that time, and stuff, and it was a great thing, and we had trips for the kids, and everything. We took them down to Great Adventure and stuff like that, and Christmas time, going back to school time, we made backpacks. We put all the school supplies in and everything like that, and plus sending packages overseas and everything. We did a lot of that too, so it was like we worked around the clock 24/7 sometimes, all week and everything and stuff. And I'd get calls at home from Iraq or Afghanistan, and everything, and I'd jump out of bed, get nervous, and everything, say yes, and they tell me what's going on and what they need and stuff like that. And I was very honored doing that job. And I did that for 2010, we got activated. In 2004, we got activated, and I stayed on until 2010 there. I was working with a lot of different companies. I was working in Teaneck, I was working in Riverdale, and I was working in Newark. And we did a lot of things, and we had the stuff when the guys came home. They came home after a year being activated. They marched home. I was down in McGuire when they got off the plane, and everything and stuff. And I greeted them all coming off the plane and everything. And I really didn't like it because they could only see their families for an hour. And then they were stuck. They had to go to a thing, get checked out, see if they're okay, and get discharge papers and everything like that. So they didn't see their families for like a month after that, and stuff. They call them up and everything, but they couldn't see them and everything like that. And I worked with that and everything. I had a lot of people that were very upset, and everything, very emotional, and I had to deal with all that stuff. And I had a lot of people that I followed, like Sergeant Hillary Cousin, was my first sergeant, and she was very, very good with this and everything. And we had people we had one lady came from New York. She was a young girl with 3 kids, and she says, my husband's in Germany right now. His platoon got wiped out in Iraq, and he was in Germany in the hospital, and they just got thrown out of their apartment in Brooklyn. So she came out to Teaneck and everything, and within my first sergeant Hill, her cousin, talked to her and everything like that, and she knew somebody that knew somebody and everything. We had an apartment for her the next day. And her and the kids, we set up for school and everything like that, and they were very, very thankful, And then her husband came home, and he had a lot of problems, from PTSD and everything like that, and we had to deal with that. Well, I think it's great for the young kids if they don't want to go away in the Army for a long time, and everything. If they join the National Guard because they get the training like that, and then if they'd like to go in, they have a more chance to get in the regular Army, or whatever branch of service they want and everything like that. And it was a great thing for me because, we did 1 week in a month and 2 weeks in the summer, but then when the war started breaking out, we were doing 3 weeks in the summer, we were going training, a lot of different places and everything. We learned a lot of stuff, and it was more togetherness, and we were all like family and everything, and it was great, you know, and stuff. I miss it. When I was there, the Park Ridge American Legion came down a lot, gave us a lot of, helped us out with the pantry, giving us food, you know, and money and stuff to help us send things over, you know, and a lot of the guys worked with us and everything. And they said, when I get out, I'm going to join the Legion, you know, and everything, which I did. I joined the Legion, and they put me up through the chairs, and all of a sudden I became commander, you know, and stuff, and I really enjoy it. A lot of good people there. I help a lot of people out, you know, and stuff. A lot of old soldiers that have trouble driving and everything. I drive them around a lot, you know, and stuff like that, and it's worth it.